Well, guys, my garage door is done less than the motor. I still got to put the motor on, but let me show you guys what I did. The door is working pretty good. My hinges worked. Let me give you to you in better detail. Okay, those. Boy, is that out of focus, isn't it? Let me see if I guess that's as good as it's going to get. I wonder if my lens is dirty. Let me stop you guys, man, and let me clean the lens a bit. All right, these hinges here are called super sneaky hinges. You know, let's get a ruler here. Let me show you my headroom, if I can find a ruler on this mess. This is what I got left of everything. Okay. Where the hell is my ruler? Oh, here it is. It's hard to hold this, guys. I'm going to wind up dropping it. No, I can't get it. I can't hold it. I need a cameraman. Anyway. You see there's only 4 inches. My tracks are about 6 inches. What I originally did is these brackets, I had them on the other way around. So I had to take the brackets off and put the brackets. I don't know why this isn't focusing. My camera actually crapped out on me, where it just stopped. So I was ready to throw it out. I put it in the freezer, and for 24 hours I took it out, and still didn't work. So here the battery wasn't taking a charge. I let it sit for 2 days, and it's taking a charge now. So now it works. So we got all new tracks on. I also put these cables. It comes with 2 sets of cables. That cable there on the inside one. That's a safety line. In case of your spring breaks, the spring won't fall. So they gave me safety lines with this too. See, that's a safety line right there. I don't know why this isn't focusing. Now we still have to put a motor on this. For this roof here, I got to scrape that. And see, I got a little bit of cement up there already. But I have to scrape it, and then we'll cement that. So a motor's next. We're going to put a motor up there. I got to put a 2x4 across there, and then a motor. Also, these here. Okay, see these? I'm going to shoot a couple concrete. Forget what the hell them damn things are called. I got. But they're bolts that go into concrete, and we're gonna tie it into this track here. That way we'll give it a little bit extra support. And I'll set this down. I'll show you how this works. All right, let's see if we can open this boy up. The reason why, since I put these super sneaky hinges on, you have to have a motor now in this door. Right now, the only way to open this without a motor is like this. Let me take the lock off. Now, watch what these hinges do. Goes up real easy. See, without a motor, now with the motor will push this in. So without these super sneaky hinges, with the regular hinges, let me see if I have it. Here's one right here. Even though these are adjustable, these have, I think it's 2-inch adjustment. These would have went right here. So when the door, with these hinges, with the ones they supplied me, when the door goes up, it was hitting the ceiling. With these, once I get the motor on, as soon as you hit the button on the motor will pull this, because the track's attached to the top of the door. So once the motor starts going back, it'll pull this back, and same when it closes, it'll push this back and it'll seal it. Right now I got to use a piece of wood to seal the top of this. But it's a real good door. It was real easy to do. It's insulated. It comes with the bar here for your track. It even comes with a little pivot pin. It doesn't come with an arm. It comes with the cables. For the springs, it comes with 2 springs. They're I think they're rated at 110 pounds. They're spray painted with the white. The white ones are like 110 pounds. And it comes with the safety cables. Now, even my old garage door, guys, didn't have safety cables. It didn't even have the safety cables on. Here, let me turn this around. I'll talk to you guys a little more. Yeah, so even my old door didn't have the safety cables. The safety cables, there's like a bracket that goes on the spring, the one spring, and then you can put the cable. The cable goes through the bracket, and you tie the cable from that support, and then they have a brace on the other end. That way, there, if your springs break or if the cable breaks, your spring won't fall. You know, because I'm going to have the car in here. Everything in here is going to go, including this workbench. I'm moving all that over to the other garage once I build that wall, which that's next. But my hat's off, man, to Home Depot. They're the only ones that had the door other than private companies. The door is $606. It's an insulated clopay door, 8 feet wide, 6.5 feet high, which they're hard to find. The normal doors are 8.7. You know, mine was 8 feet wide, 6 feet 6 inches high, and they're real hard to find. And yeah, my hat's off to the internet, Home Depot, and Clopay. This was the very first garage door I ever put on in my life. I think anybody can do these, but you have to have the tools. You know, I had to cut my vertical tracks. I had to cut a 1/2 inch. Or no, I cut 4 inches off my vertical track. I cut a 1/2 inch off the horizontal tracks. I had to buy more screws. I needed, you have to have, what I did is I used my drill driver with a 3/8 socket adapter on it. Without that, man, it's going to be hell to pay. That speeds it up so much. You know, you need new steel drill bits. I had to drill some holes in a track. You know, because your application may not be, the tracks may not be right on target with your application, like, but they weren't on mine. They weren't right on target, so that's why I had to cut the tracks a little bit. So you have to have new steel drill bits. You know, then in order to cut the track, I used my I use my angle grinder with a metal wheel, with a metal cutoff wheel. You know, that cut it like that. And yeah, you know, I mean, it was hard, but it wasn't real hard. You know, it took me, I'd say probably about a week to get it like it is right now, where it goes. Because what I did is the brackets where the one wheel is at the end, where the pulley is, I had them on the other way around. At first, I didn't put this second pulley on, the second wheel. So the cable was actually gliding in back of the rollers, and you know, I've never put a door on in my life. I'm thinking, well, that's the way it goes, you know. And I'm thinking, I said, boy, that cable's not going to last long. That's rubbing against those wheels. That's going to wind up snapping in time. So, you know, I don't read directions real good, guys. I should read more. I was never a reader. So here I looked at the directions, and it shows a second wheel, which, you know, it's a pulley is what it is. So here I had the brackets where the wheel bolts on to, I had it the other way around. So tonight I turned them around. I had to, you know, I had to push the door up, take the cable back off, which the door is heavy. I'm surprised that it hurt my back lifting the door back up without springs. And then I had to help the door down, take the cable off, turn the bracket around, lift the door back up, 150-pound door, with there's no one to help me. No one helped me. It's all by myself. I did this all by my lonesome. Then I put the cable back on. I put the safety cables on, which that's a real good plus. And you see, it works like a charm. It's smooth. I didn't even grease the thing yet. I didn't even grease it yet. It works like a charm. Now that wooden door, I think that was installed in 1947. That's the door that came with the house. When we first moved here in 1982, the wooden door had an electric motor on it. That worked maybe 6 times, and then it crapped out. I think the original owners knew that it was crapping out. It probably crapped out on them a few times, you know. But my parents bought this house as is. So the motor crapped out on us. So, you know, there's that little handle, you pull it to get it off the track, and that's how we operated the door for years. For years. That's how we operated it. You know, then I got my first job. I bought my car, so I started bringing my car in here, and I needed some headroom, so I took the motor off. And I took the motor and the brackets off, which I shouldn't have did. And now 37, maybe 38, no, I think it's 39 years later. 39 years later, I was able to afford to put a new garage door on. And next is a big garage over there. We're going to do the same thing. I'm not getting a 8x6 door over there. Over there, I'm going to get a 8x7. And I'm going to try to get an insulated one too. I'm going to try to swing an insulated one. Over there is going to be a little easier. I have to frame everything out. It's going to be a completely new application, guys. So I'm real proud of myself, guys. You know, my wife asked me, she's amazed that I do all these things. You know, the reason why I'm capable of doing everything is because I have a choice. I only have 2 choices. Either I let the house go, and if we sell it, we're not going to get much for it, or I fix it up with these 2 dudes right here. And you know, I'm a fighter, okay? Everything I've done by myself. Everything I've showed you guys in these videos, from putting the cam into this motorcycle, mounting the tires on the wheels. All that work I did in my kitchen and the floors. I've done it all with these two dudes by myself. You can do things by yourself. Okay, where there's a will, there's a way. All right, as long as you have these two things right here, nothing can stop you. You don't even need money. You don't even need money, guys. There's ways you can get things done, building stuff, for real cheap. You know, as long as you want to do it, you're going to be unstoppable. And as long as you have the health to do it, you're going to be unstoppable. So my final opinion with the door, anybody can put these things on. They're not that hard to do. The directions were real good. I have to really say that about Clopay. My hat off to Clopay and Home Depot. I'm literally kissing the toe jam and their stinky feet toes. You know, I have to really thank them, man, for allowing me to have a door like this. You know, and it's like the hinge. Those hinges were $80. The hinges were 62 something. With shipping from a company in Ohio, they're $80. Without those hinges, I couldn't open that door. So, you know, otherwise, what I would have had to do without those super sneaky hinges is I would have had to put a second track on. I would have had to cut that upper track off my old tracks, and they're riveted on. It's like those spot weld rivets. So I have to cut that off, and then get maybe like plate steel, make my own brackets, and put the track on the top for the upper panel. You know, which the door would probably work better with that. You know, because as soon as you lift the door up, that upper panel will ride on an upper track. You know, this way here, until I get the motor on, I have to physically pull that panel down. Now, like I said, once the motor gets on that, the motor will pull that top panel in first. And the door it'll go up and down effortlessly. So, you know, you guys seen how low the headroom is there, man. It's 4 inches. The door to the concrete ceiling there is 4 inches. The tracks on that side are 6 inches. Very low headroom, guys. So, you know, the hinges, I had to buy the hinges. I had no choice. $80. Yeah, I know it's a lot of money. $40 per hinge. And they don't even come with the wheels. I had to use the wheels that came with the door. $40 per hinge. But that company, they sent them to me really fast. I think 3 days. From the first day I paid for them, 3 days, bam, they were here. I have to really hand it to them. It's like the quick turn hinges I ordered from Home Depot, they're still not at the store. And we're going 4 days now. Those hinges still ain't at the store. So, all right, we got ourselves a working garage door. Finally.